Well, hey everybody. Just cracked open this hive, and last time I was out here a couple weeks ago, this box was hardly being touched. This was on the bottom. This is a deep. This was on the bottom. It wasn't hardly being touched at all. And as a swarm prevention measure, I went ahead and moved it from the bottom position to the middle, so it was between two mediums. And first thing I see as I opened it was that it's definitely becoming more used, which was the goal. I wanted them to start using it instead of ignoring it. It had all drawn frames, or mostly drawn frames anyway. The benefit to that would be that the queen recognized it as space to use, and they'd start using it. So just pulling a few frames here. Ooh, that one is drawn crazy. You see here, I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but they almost drew it off of the sheet. Well, they did draw it off the sheet. They didn't like that sheet of wax, so they drew their comb around it. Well, we can deal with it. Trying to work ahead of the rain. This is the only time in the last 2 weeks and the only time in the next coming week that I've got to come over here. This is what they call a queen cup. It's not enough light out here for me to see. There's a couple queen cups actually. If there's eggs in them, they're queen cells. If there's not eggs in, they're cups. Doesn't seem to be eggs in them, but I can't see for sure. I haven't seen eggs yet. Not concerned. Look at that. It's upside down to you. But that's a pretty advanced cup. So I don't know if I've ever shown you this before. I'm sure you've seen them in travels. It's a magnifying glass. And that one, it's hard to tell. I can't tell you if there's an egg in there or not. I got new batteries for my magnifying glass for the light. What I'm primarily looking for is queen cells. This frame's a little heavy. I'm looking for eggs. That would tell me if I have a queen or no. But I'm also looking for cells, because I would harvest those, leave some for this hive if they want them, take some away, put them in my queen castles. Lots of nectar being brought in. Apple trees beside me are blooming. Some pollen on some legs. Clumsy beekeepers get riled at bees. I let that frame kind of thunk down. Try to be a little bit less clumsy. More nectar. And they're starting to hit me. As long as they're bumping, that's okay. I can handle that. That's why I wear a suit, or a jacket at least. I don't know that I'll ever go without at least a jacket. Another queen cup here. And there's just not enough light to see if there's an egg in it. Getting a lot of thumps and bumps. Just listened to Jamie Oliver today on the way home from work. He's got a great podcast with Amy from the University of Florida. One of the topics he covered today was using a smoker. He's for it. And said it makes it a gentler experience for the bees. I mean, good reason not to believe that he knows what he's talking about. So I don't try to over smoke them, but I certainly don't worry about smoking them. Smoke them if you got them. All right, boy, they're really getting testy. I tipped the top medium back. I didn't see any swarm cells hanging off of that one. They sure are getting feisty. Part of that, no doubt, beekeeper clumsiness. You squash bees in the frame, thump things around with the wood. Remember, you came in their house. They didn't come in your house. They're really getting fussy. Let's pull this one up. Sometimes these plastic ones come up a lot smoother, and you don't have to worry about ripping nails or staples out with the plastics. Got some brood. capped. If I had this a little bit more light, oh, there's some extremely young larvae. Indicates that the queen has been present recently. Not on this frame. There's a stinger in my glove. I just feel a little bit of a stick. Can't even call that a sting, just a stick. But you get it out of there because it makes that pheromone. That would encourage other bees to sting that same spot. These dishwashing gloves are nice. They do give you almost full dexterity of bare hands. They do not give you full protection from stings. Another cup. I don't know how people do this barehanded. I'm not there. I don't know if I'll ever be there. Some capped brood. Some larvae is uncapped. Cup on the bottom, they're tending it. Makes me think there's an egg in it. Yeah, they're going into it and out of it and into it. That location is typically called a swarm cell. Bees don't read books, remember that. But keep looking off to my west for the rain coming. And if the rain comes, we'll just button it back up and call it a day. Now, tell you, this propolis is good stuff. It is sticky. This is all honey. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put them back together. Since they're using the deep again, like I wanted them to, we're going to try to put that deep on the bottom, because I don't want to lift it anymore. Once this year was enough. put it on the bottom, you don't have to lift it. Alright. Woo! Oh, they're hitting me now. They wanted me to know. They didn't think that was the coolest thing I've ever done. And, ow, sting. They're right. Sting in my arm, through the jacket, and sting in my pants. That's rude. Goodness. What we're gonna do, put the deep on, smoke my arm, smoke my leg, smoke my whole thing, smoke everything. Because that's my fault, for sure. Can't blame a bee for being a bee. Smoke this box down. Back on. Then what we're going to do we have this box here from the hive that didn't make it through the winter. Add it on. Put the inner cover back on. Button it back up. They're forecasting with the thunderstorms some high winds. These ratchet straps are just part of my year-round gig now. Why not? They're pretty cheap. All right. Well, that was fun enough. Ow, getting stung in my shoulder. Wish they wouldn't do that. So, went through, didn't see any queen cells. Ended up giving them another box just to buy me a little bit of time. I'm getting stung in my arm again. They're gone, these stingers. Ow. Ow. All right, friends. Hope you found that useful. I got a lot of stings, and I'm going to call it good. So, thanks for watching.